Malawi Brief.
Zokambirana ku nyumba ya malamulo zikupitirira masana uno pamene a Felix Njawala tsopano alowa m'bwalomo kunena mavuto amene dera lawo likukumana nawo. Tiyeni tiyende limodzi.
Shire and has the potential to become a gateway to the Lower Shire Valley and the Majete Wildlife Reserve. Tourists traveling by road from South Africa, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia, and Eswatini could conveniently use this route to access one of Malawi's premier tourism destinations. Rehabilitating these roads would therefore promote agriculture, tourism, regional trade, and national economic development. I therefore urge government to prioritize these strategic road projects. Health is also one area that is facing a lot of challenges. As you know, Mwanza district occupies a unique position within our health system. As a border district, the health services, the healthy facilities do not only save Malawians, they also save people from Mozambique. This means that the district hospital serves a population much larger than the official district population used in determining budget allocations. Consequently, the current funding is inadequate to meet the actual demand for healthy services. I therefore appeal to the Honourable Minister of Health to review the resource allocation formula for Mwanza District Hospital so that funding reflects the real patient population and workload. Another challenge concerns the delivery of medicines to remote healthy facilities such as Kunenekude and Tulonkondo healthy centers. Due to inadequate operational funding, medicines are sometimes delivered late, leading to avoidable stockouts and compromising patient care. To address this challenge, we are planning to introduce drones to transport medicines from Mwanza District Hospital to the remote healthy facilities. This innovation approach will reduce delivery costs, improve efficiency, ensure timely availability of essential medicines, and ultimately save lives.
Honourable Member, you have less than 2 minutes. So
I therefore call upon the Minister of Health and Development partners to support the initiative as a pilot project that could later be replicated in other remote parts of Malawi. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, agriculture is the backbone of Mwanza Central constituency. We are blessed with fertile soils, favorable climate conditions, and hardworking farmers. With the right support, Mwanza has the potential to feed a substantial part of the southern region and contribute significantly to Malawi's food security. However, our farmers need improved extension services, access to modern farming technologies, irrigation, quality seed, and continuous training to increase productivity. We also have enormous potential in wheat and cotton production. Unfortunately, many farmers have abandoned these crops because of unreliable markets. Government intervention in developing sustainable markets and value chains is urgently needed. In addition, Mwanza has excellent condition of citrus production. If government invests commercial citrus farming and fruit processing industries, Malawi can significantly reduce the importation of fruit juices, create employment opportunities, generate export earnings, and stimulate rural industrialization. Mwanza is truly a low-hanging fruit for agriculture transformation. Strategic investment in our farmers will produce national benefits. In conclusion, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, let me just say something about transport and public works. Transport infrastructure is the engine that drives economic growth. Roads connect farmers to markets, children to schools, patients to hospitals, and businesses to opportunities. I therefore appeal to the ministry responsible for transport and public works to prioritize infrastructure development in Mwanza Central, particularly strategic roads that support agriculture, tourism, trade, and cross-border commerce. Investing in transport infrastructure in Mwanza will not only benefit our constituency, but will strengthen regional integration and contribute to the national economic development. The issues I have raised today are not unique to Mwanza, but because Mwanza is a strategic border district, addressing them will generate benefits that extend far beyond our constituency. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, investment in education will improve human capital. Better roads will unlock agriculture production.
With these few remarks, promoting tourism, facilitate trade, and I therefore respectively urge the relevant ministries to give favorable consideration on these priorities. Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. I submit. Thank you. We see the leader of backbencher, government side, rising, and
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker, sir, for according the floor to the people of Zomba City North. Today being a private member's day, I would like to put forth a motion waiving all relevant standing orders to give the day to government so that they tackle government business. First Deputy Speaker, sir, I beg to move.
Honour members, I have a motion on the floor. The motion coming from the leader of backbencher government side is to waive all relevant standing orders to allow us to give business to government, for government to tackle its business. Those of the opinion say aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, the motion is carried. Leader, Deputy Leader. The floor, sir.
Good afternoon, First Deputy Speaker, sir. I rise now to invite the Honorable Minister of Natural Resources to speak on the supplementary paper which is on the table, Government Business 3.
Thank you very much, Deputy Leader, and indeed, good afternoon. Welcome to Parliament.
Thank you.
It's good to see you here, sir.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. Honour members, we have a question. The question on the floor is to request this House that we waive all relevant standing orders for us. There's a motion. You cannot stop a motion. Honourable member, for this Mulundu, there will always be three presiding officer in a sitting of Parliament. And the first one is the Right Honourable Speaker, and myself, and the second Deputy Speaker. The three of us can confer, plus Secretariat, to decide what business, how we move the motions. Let me move a motion. Honour members, I therefore move a motion, as moved by the Deputy Leader of the House, that we waive all relevant standing orders to concentrate on business item on the supplementary order paper. Those that of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Table.
Government business. Ministerial statement. The Honourable Minister of Natural Resources to present a statement on the environmental and social impact assessment review process for the proposed Mularo granular fertilizer production factory in Njawala, Dowa district.
Thank you. Before the minister, I see there's a point of order from the leader of opposition. You have the floor, sir.
Good afternoon, First Deputy Speaker. I stand not to destabilize the Honorable Minister, but rather to get some guidance and clarity. Yesterday, First Deputy Speaker, there was a ruling that was made by the Speaker regarding the constitution of a joint committee that would actually look into this very same matters. So what I wanted, that is according to Standing Order 154, First Deputy Speaker. I wanted to get your guidance in terms of is the statement trying to override the ruling that was done yesterday, or it is going into cement so that probably the committee to be constituted will also be getting some kind of guidance. So First Deputy Speaker, I submit.
Thank you very much. Leader of opposition, honor members, let's have order. Let me guide the House. The ruling from the Right Honourable Speaker, as made yesterday, was indeed final. And what he ruled yesterday, it has started being implemented already. So he requested that the leaders of the three committees should see the Speaker. That has already started to roll. And the leader of opposition, you are presenting an issue in anticipation. Government is bringing in business. We seriously don't know what they'll be bringing, and we cannot anticipate. But business can come from the government, and on a private member's day from private member. As we stand, government has business to communicate to Malawians, and as Parliament, we have processed that business, and we will allow government business to be carried the way it is. As your referee and presiding officer seated here, I have no powers whatsoever to stop business coming from government, because this is their time and it's their day. We have given it to them. I stand with government to proceed with that statement, and I don't think there will be cementing, or this is a completely new business that they are bringing in to the House. Leader of opposition, I just wanted to clarify that, and that's my ruling. Thank you very much. I therefore rule. Let me recognize the Honorable Minister of Natural Resources to proceed and deliver the statement from the dispatch desk. Thank you.
First Deputy Speaker, I rise to make a ministerial statement regarding the matter concerning the proposed Mulalo granular fertilizer production factory in Njawala, Dowa district, which has been the subject of deliberations in this Honorable House. At the outset, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, let me state that my ministry fully respects the ruling from the chair which established an ad hoc committee to inquire into this matter. We welcome the decision and stand ready to cooperate fully by providing all documentation, correspondence, timelines, and technical information that the committee may require. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, while the original question was directed to the Ministry of Agriculture because it concerned fertilizer production, I considered it important as the minister responsible for Malawi Environmental Protection Authority, MEPA, to place on record the statutory law of the authority and clarify certain issues that arose during the debate. My intention is not to preempt the findings of the committee, but to rather assist this Honorable House in appreciating the legal and technical framework within which MEPA exercises its statutory mandate. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, this government remains fully committed to industrialization, value addition, agricultural transformation, etc., etc. The establishment of a fertilizer manufacturing plant represents an important investment within the potential to reduce import dependence, create employment, promote value addition, and strengthen national food security. However, every development project, regardless of its economic importance, must comply with the provisions of the Environmental Management Act before implementation. Environmental clearance, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, is therefore not a political decision. It is a legal and technical process undertaken by an independent regulator whose responsibility is to ensure that development proceeds without compromising public health, environmental sustainability, and the rights and livelihoods of surrounding communities. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, allow me to place the chronological order of events as they have been submitted to my ministry by MEPA. The project brief for the proposed project was received on 24th March 2025, which is a time that the government was being run by MCP. The authority reviewed the submission promptly and issued its comments on 26th March, which again is MCP time, and the developer collected those comments on 1st April 2025, MCP time again. The preliminary environmental and social impact assessment report was subsequently submitted on 2nd July 2025. Following editorial and preliminary technical review, MEPA communicated comprehensive comments to the developer before the end of July 2025. Those comments identified several issues that required attention before the report could fully proceed to the formal technical review stage. They included inadequate assessment of hazardous waste and wastewater management, weakness in occupational health and safety measures, deficiencies in project design and site layout, inadequate stakeholder consultations, and outstanding land ownership documentation. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, it is important that this Honorable House appreciates where the delay occurred. The records clearly show that from the end of July 2025 until March 2026, a period of approximately 9 months, the developer did not submit the revised Asia report to MEPA. Without a revised submission, the authority could not legally proceed with the statutory technical review because there simply was no report before it for assessment. The revised report was eventually submitted 2 months ago, which is March 2026, after the developer had addressed outstanding submission requirements, including payment of the prescribed gazetted Asia fees. Immediately upon receiving a complete submission, MEPA commenced the formal technical review in accordance with the Environmental Management Act and its service charter. The technical review was completed in May 2026, well within the prescribed 60 working days applicable to complete Asia submissions. The documented chronology therefore demonstrates that MEPA processed every submission pressed before it within the prescribed timelines. The principal delay in this matter arose because the developer had not submitted the revised Asia report required for the review process to continue. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, it is equally important for this Honorable House to appreciate the nature of the concerns raised during the technical review. These, First Deputy Speaker, were not merely editorial comments. They were critical environmental, public health and safety issues associated with fertilizer manufacturing that Parliament expects MEPA to scrutinize before any approval can be granted. The proposed manufacturing process involved hazardous materials and byproducts, including acid residues, contaminated sludge, and phosphogypsum and industrial wastewater. The preliminary Asia report did not adequately demonstrate how these hazardous materials would be quantified, treated, stored, transported, monitored, or safely disposed of. It also lacked adequate emergency response measures for chemical spills and industrial accidents. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the technical review further identified concerns regarding the use of corrosive chemicals in the manufacturing process, the management of phosphogypsum, a highly acidic byproduct that may contain heavy metals and naturally occurring radioactive materials. Had these issues not been adequately addressed before approval, they had the potential to expose surrounding communities and downstream users to serious environmental and public health risks. The technical advice before my ministry indicates that improper management of such hazardous chemical waste could result in contamination capable of causing cancer, kidney and liver damage, reproductive disorders. So, Right Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, the whole community surrounding this plant was at the risk of failing to produce children in future. The entire community, no children. There was also risk of failure of other vital organs and in extreme circumstances, loss of life. There was a threat of the community failing to produce children. Yes. First Deputy Speaker, these are precisely the matters that Parliament intended MEPA to examine when this House enacted the Environmental Management Act. Environmental regulation, First Deputy Speaker, is therefore not intended to frustrate investment. It is intended to ensure that the development proceeds safely, responsibly, and in a manner that protects the lives and health of Malawians. Had MEPA ignored these deficiencies or granted approval without requiring corrective measures, the authority would have failed in its statutory duty and exposed government to legitimate criticism for neglecting its constitutional obligation to protect the environment and health of our citizens. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I also wish to inform this Honorable House that the developer has subsequently submitted a further revised Asia report on 17th June 2026. Following the review, the Technical Committee of MEPA Board met on 22nd June 2026 and was satisfied with the principal environmental and technical concerns previously raised and had been adequately addressed. The committee therefore referred the matter to MEPA board for consideration in accordance with the law. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, government does not believe that economic development and environmental protection are competing objectives. We believe that they are complementary pillars of sustainable national development. We want industries, we want investment, we want jobs, but we also want industries to operate responsibly, protect communities, safeguard our rivers and natural resources, and comply with the laws enacted by this Parliament. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the evidence before my ministry demonstrates that MEPA did not delay this project. The authority acted within its statutory timelines whenever the developer submitted the required documentation. The prolonged period between July 2025 to March 2026 resulted from the developer's failure to submit a revised Asia report addressing the environmental and public safety concerns identified during the preliminary review. Once the revised report was submitted, MEPA completed its review within the prescribed service charter before forwarding the matter to the board. Finally, First Deputy Speaker, my ministry will cooperate fully with the ad hoc committee established by this Honorable House. We shall avail all relevant records, correspondence, timelines, and technical information required to enable the committee to discharge its mandate objectively, independently, and transparently. It is our sincere hope that the committee's work will provide this House and the nation at large with a comprehensive, factual, and balanced account of the issues under consideration. I so submit, Mr. First Deputy Speaker.